Hello, my name is Luke Emerson, and I am going to discuss performance reviews, my personal ones. The first point asks what's the best one that I ever received and the worst one. I want to talk about my worst one first. I worked for a company that used to do reviews twice a year, and they were never good because you didn't know what to expect from the managers, and their scorecards changed every year. There was a lot of management turnover, so you never knew what to expect. And I also knew that they weren't allowed to rate people at a certain level because those ratings would impact future raises. So, you would go into these fearful because it was an opportunity for management just to kind of bring you down, which for me, I think is interesting in a big corporate situation or setting like that. It's almost like, they're trying to keep us docile so they can control the meeting, which I always thought was really horrible. My best reviews definitely came from one of my previous managers that I just recently worked with, Sandra. She developed a way of just kind of keeping track of everything you did throughout the year so that when you actually had to do a review, it was relevant with both good and bad performances. So, it was more robust and definitely got way more out of it. I have done reviews myself, and I definitely took the same exact approach. I'm actually a little bit at times a little too non-confrontational, so if I could ever evaluate my own reviews, I think that I definitely steered away from negative language a little bit too much, which I think might have been a little detrimental for some of the people that at the time I was managing, but at the same time, they were all really great performers. So it's difficult for me to evaluate myself, but I'm a little bit too nice at times. I don't really have any tips other than to go into those meetings super prepared. In some of these readings that we do, what it seems to me is that managers don't have time to create a valid review, which is lazy and it's poor management. Additionally, I think one thing that I did that was really effective was talk to people when situations happened at the appropriate times. One of the readings, the blogs that we did, I can't remember it off the top of my head, definitely discussed the importance of time and timing and giving people a sense of power into these conversations where, I would go up to an employee, for example, and just say, hey, I wanted to discuss, the shipment that just came in. Um, there was a couple of issues with it. If you've got time in the next few days, let's get something on the calendar. And then when we scheduled something in the calendar, I made an agenda so that they could come prepared. They knew what was going to happen. So that type of preparedness, I think, is really effective. Um, that's kind of all of I got. I really want to focus, I guess, in closing on the really bad performance reviews where I thought it was an opportunity for management to dump on you. I definitely think it was unfair to not allow your employees to come into things super prepared and use it as an opportunity to discuss like what they did poorly rather than what how they can improve. So that is what I have got for this. I hope I've enlightened some in some way or shape or form, but that's my personal experiences off the top of my head. Thank you and have a great day.